This is part 2 of our video on the effect of time on investments. The question that we're doing is a $1,000 investment earns 2% per year simple interest over 5 years. And the question really was, is it better to double the interest rate or double the time invested? So we're doing a little investigation. We started by calculating what would happen if we doubled the interest rate. That was the previous video. And we are now going to look at what happens when we double the amount of time that it was invested for. So this is still simple interest. I am still going to use the simple interest formula, which is A equals P times 1 plus I times N. And I am once again going to list A, P, I, and N down the side. I always leave an extra line for I because it requires a little bit of work. So if I go back to the original question, it said that we were investing $1,000. That is our starting amount, our principal. That hasn't changed from the previous question. So the P is still 1,000. Now the interest rate is 2% per year. When we did the previous calculation, we used 4% because we were doubling the interest rate. This time we're going back to the 2%. So my interest rate is 2%. We always divide by 100 because percent means per 100, and 2 divided by 100 is 0.02. Okay, the last thing in our question is that we are investing for 5 years. And so in the previous question, we used 5 for N, but this time we're trying to see what happens if I double the length of time that we're investing for. So I don't want to use 5 years. I want to double that or multiply by 2. 5 times 2 means we're actually doing 10 years. We're earning interest 10 times. And once again, I don't know what the final amount is, but that's what we're going to calculate. So I'm going to sub everything into my formula. So I have A equals P, which is 1,000, times 1 plus I is 0.02, and then times N, which is 10. So I have 1,000 times 1 plus 0.02 times 10 is 0.2. So I have 1,000 times 1.02. I'm having some, oops, there's not a 0 there, it's just 1.2. I was going to say I'm having a little bit of deja vu because those are the same numbers that we used up above. So 1,000 times 1.2 is $1,200. So if we double the time invested, we would end up with $1,200. So we're going to take a look at our 2 answers in the next video and see, is it better to double the interest rate or is it better to double the time?